Good morning and welcome to the Northwest Wisconsin Lakes Conference. My name is Jo Gingras. I work for the Ashland County Land and Water Conservation Department, and I've been involved with this conference for about 15 years. First of all, I want to thank you for taking time out of a gorgeous day to be here with us, both in person and virtually, to learn and be inspired. We have a suite of incredible educators and experts for you today, so please enjoy this opportunity. Today marks our 24th Northwest Wisconsin Lakes Conference. The first event was held in 1999, and we are fortunate to have hosted annual conferences ever since. Although the past 2 years have definitely tested our planning team with virtual events, especially in 2020, when we went virtual with short notice, and our committee had a steep learning curve to navigate exactly what that meant. Our committee is very happy to be in person today in Spooner, and we typically rotate this event annually between Hayward and Spooner High Schools, which serve as wonderful venues for us. We'd like to thank Diana Randolph for her artwork, which is featured in our brochure and our program. Diana lives in Drummond, where she paints and writes in her Once in a Blue Moon studio. You can find her artwork online at dianarandolph.com. And you can also see her website shown on the slide here beneath her pastel. To begin, our Northwest Lakes Conference Planning Committee would like to dedicate this year's conference to Mr. John Haack. Northwest Wisconsin Lakes and Natural Resource Partners will miss one of their best friends and most influential supporters in the natural world with the passing of John Haack last November. To say John was very knowledgeable about all things in the natural world is an understatement. He had a great passion for the outdoors, the environment, and conservation, and was well educated and experienced with Wisconsin land and water resources. He contributed 37 years of professional experience protecting the waters of the St. Croix River Basin. He worked extensively in the areas of shoreline protection, working on regulatory advances, providing education, and working on voluntary incentive-based initiatives. Teaching came naturally to John as he enthusiastically shared his knowledge with a large group or within individual conversations. He recognized that helping others better understand ecology was the best way to motivate them to protect natural resources. He was an inspiration and mentor to many who worked with him as volunteers and colleagues, including myself and many others in this room. And above all else, he was simply an awesome person. John was very involved with many natural resource groups. As a UW-Madison Extension natural resource educator, he would show up at meetings with new project ideas. Some were big ideas, like the Totogatek River Wild River designation, and others were smaller, like purchasing snorkeling equipment for Hunt Hill Audubon Sanctuary to use with 4-H groups or youth camps. John was instrumental in pursuing the Totogatek's Wild River status in 2009. He achieved success because he was a great listener and attuned to views both pro and con. Thus, he was able to develop a plan to gain support from local residents and government leaders. He recruited others to collaborate with and guided them along the way. Such projects require a lot of patience, and John was always quick to offer encouragement. Perhaps John is best known regionally for this event, the Northwest Wisconsin Lakes Conference, and other local lake conferences. He served on our planning committee for this conference for more than a decade, where he recruited speakers, he often presented, and he chaired the event. His fascinating talks about frogs were fun and engaging. He often brought a bullfrog or other critter as a co-presenter, which, as you can imagine, was popular with all ages. John developed the Learn About Your Lakes program for people new to northern Wisconsin lakes and assisted with the DNR's Wild Lake preservation efforts. He was honored as Local Hero of the St. Croix in 2011 for his work in protecting the St. Croix River Basin in Wisconsin and Minnesota. As an active partner in the St. Croix Basin Water Resources Planning Team, he helped translate the science into practical messages and actions for citizens and communities. The award read, "John uses every teachable moment to help audiences of all ages find their role in protecting the St. Croix Basin's flora, fauna, lakes, wetlands, forests, shorelands, and rivers." Among John's many other contributions to the preservation of natural resources is the creation of the Stone Lake Community Wetland Park, launching Master Gardener and Master Naturalist programs, and teaching numerous classes at Hunt Hill Audubon Sanctuary. After his retirement in 2017, John kept very busy with his family and outdoor hobbies, including raising honeybees and shiitake mushrooms, and harvesting and processing maple syrup and wild rice. At the same time, he kept in touch with his natural resource partners and was available when folks needed guidance. His friends, colleagues, and volunteers are grateful for all of his contributions and the many ways he inspired us. His teachings and legacy will live on. And I know that the benefits of his inspiration are woven through this room today. So let's please give a round of appreciation in memory of John Haack. Thank you. Today, I'd like to thank our speakers for being here and for those who are presenting online. We appreciate your time and your expertise. I'd also like to thank our following sponsors who are listed at the bottom of this slide for contributing to this year's conference: CD3, Mackenzie Lake Association, Lipset Lake Association, Long Lake Preservation Association, Washburn County Lakes and Rivers Association, Sawyer County Lakes Forum, Bayfield County Lakes Forum, Pigeon Lake Association, Round Lake Property Owners Association, and Burnett County Lakes and Rivers Association. These organizations are also listed in our program, and the conference would not happen without their generous support. I would like to thank Wisconsin Lakes for helping to plan this conference and for their expertise and assistance with our virtual stream today. Wisconsin Lakes, formerly known as the Wisconsin Association of Lakes, is celebrating its 30th anniversary. Wisconsin Lakes is a nonprofit conservation organization dedicated to lake protection and restoration, as well as the statewide Association of Lake Organizations. They are part of a unique and amazing partnership in Wisconsin called the Wisconsin Lakes and Rivers Partnership. This partnership includes the DNR, who represents the government, UW Stevens Point Extension Lakes Program, representing education, and Wisconsin Lakes, representing many of us, individuals and lake organization. Thank you to Wisconsin Lakes for the essential work that you do. We would also like to thank the Wild Rivers Conservancy, formerly known as the St. Croix River Association, and especially Monica Zaki, who has managed our registration for several years. We appreciate your diligent work. And now I would like to thank our 2022 Northwest Wisconsin Lakes Conference Planning Committee, and also previous committee members and conference founders, Jim Bracken, Roger Dreyer, and Tim Kane, who worked many, many years on this conference and getting it established. The fine folks on our committee today have worked together since last October to bring you the amazing suite of presentations today. We met online for 7 months to plan this event, and if you see them, please thank them for their service on this committee. A number of them work for county land and water conservation departments, including Caitlin Anderson with Polk County, Lisa Burns in Washburn County, Andy Teal in Bayfield County, Ashley Vandevort at Douglas County, myself with Ashland County. We also have Linda Anderson and Sandy Swanson with the Washburn County Lakes and Rivers Association, Kathy Erickson from the Wisconsin Lakes Board and Washburn County Lakes and Rivers Association, Ellen LaFons with Bayfield County Lakes Forum, Diane Dalton with Wisconsin Green Fire, Mike Ingleson with Wisconsin Lakes, Tyler Masalk and Sherry Snowbank with Wisconsin DNR, Madeline Roberts, who is new to the DNR starting next week, and our newest member, Emily Moore with the Burnett County Land and Water Conservation Department. Thank you very much to each and every one of you. And maybe one of our most important thank yous for the day goes out to Lynn's Custom Meats and Catering for the amazing food and Spooner High School for hosting our event. Now I'm going to quickly reference this year's conference program. And for those of you online, you can find the program link on our website at nwwisklakesconference.org. In our program, I would like to thank Sherry on our committee, who does an incredible job of developing this program for us every year. And the program includes our committee members, a tribute to John, our partners and sponsors, a map of this venue, descriptions and short biographies of today's presentations and speakers, and the agenda. And for those of you that are savvy smartphone users, we actually have a QR code on the second page. And if you use the camera feature on your phone and you hover over the QR code, a link to our website should appear. You can click on that link for a schedule and all the information that's in this program. And I did want to let you know we do have a schedule update for today. One of our last sessions, the brook trout reserves, our speaker could not make it. That was scheduled for 2:45 today, so that program has been canceled. For those participating through the Zoom platform today, sessions will be viewable live only at the times indicated. Recordings will be available after the conference. Given the large number of attendees we have online today, all participants will be muted during the presentation. Questions can be asked through the Zoom chat function, and our moderator will relay your questions to the presenter. When the conference is over, you will receive an evaluation by email for those online. For those of you in person, when you picked up your program this morning, your evaluation was inside the program. So please fill that out and return it to the registration table before you depart today. And those of you in person, lunch will be served at 11:30, just outside the auditorium in the Commons area. The bathrooms are also located in that area. And then presentations today will be held in this room. This is the auditorium. And then right outside the door, the exit door here in the band and choir rooms. Sunday, June 19th is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all of you fathers out there. And now I have the pleasure of introducing today's keynote speaker. Ted Ralsey. Ted Ralsey is a full-time freelance writer, a book author, and an advocate for lake protection. He is a member of Wisconsin Lakes. He is a graduate of the Wisconsin Lake Leaders Institute. He's a board member of the Oneida County Lakes and Rivers Association and an education coordinator for the Friends of Birch Lake in Oneida County. He's author of A Lakeside Companion 2019, and I learned this morning he's born and raised his whole life in Wisconsin. So please help me in welcoming Ted this morning.